Hey guys, welcome back. League stage खत्म हो गया है. The top four teams have been decided. हमें बहुत इच्छा था LSD versus RCB का, but Jay Shah changed the script last minute. तो हम डिस्कस करते हैं टॉप फोर टीम्स के बारे में and some of the positives from the league stage for all the teams. Siddharth, what do you make of the league stage?
यार अच्छा था, क्लोज था। मतलब टिल द लास्ट गेम यू यू आर नॉट श्योर कि तुम्हारी थर्ड और फोर्थ कौन होगी। तो सही था वो तो। इंटरेस्टिंग सीजन मोटा मोटा। तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
Yeah, very interesting. But I think one team that we should talk about is Rajasthan Royals because the last time that we were here, हमने बोला था कि ये लोग तो फिक्स ऑलमोस्ट टॉप टू फिक्स लग रहा था. दे हैड वन, क्या बोलते हैं,
फाइव
सिक्स,
आउट ऑफ सिक्स।
5 out of 6 they had won and it was looking so good for them. But they just lost their way in the middle. What do you make of it?
यार दे जस्ट फेल ऑफ अ क्लिफ ऑनेस्टली, लाइक देयर इज नो अदर वे टू पुट इट। आई थिंक दैट वन लॉस 59 ऑल आउट विल कम एंड हॉन्ट देम। दैट वाज ब्रेन फार्ट आई वुड से। अदर देन दैट यार टीम तो तगड़ी थी उनकी। पिचेस उनके हिसाब के मिल रहे थे उनको काफी जगह पे। जिस टीम में चहल अश्विन है तो बॉलिंग तो तुम्हारी सॉर्ट है। ट्रेंट बोल्ट ने 7 विकेट ली है फर्स्ट ओवर में इस आईपीएल में।
Hmm.
क्लास, राइट। मे बी डेथ बॉलिंग थोड़ा यू कैन आर्ग्यू की थोड़ा नहीं था, पर उसमें भी संदीप शर्मा डिड स्टेप अप इन अ कपल ऑफ गेम्स हियर एंड देयर। बट
No ball.
yeah, that I think where they lost it is that half an inch ka no ball basically cost them the IPL because they had the team, I would say.
Yeah.
Just imagine कि टॉप टू में होते तो they would have been a very formidable team versus
Hmm.
गुजरात लायंस also, क्योंकि इतना स्पिन है इनके पास। तो चेन्नई जैसे विकेट पे they would have been a handful. But I think at this level, if you're like putting out a no ball when you need two of one, that is just unforgivable. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I had high expectations from them. They were in my top four, top two as well, along with GT. But yeah, मतलब the second half, मतलब इतना गंदा खेले. They were close, but like too many, क्या बोलते हैं, unforced errors बोलते हैं ना, like खुद खुद ही दे दिया games. ऐसा नहीं था कि the opponent had to do too much. So yeah, they'll be very frustrated with this result. Another team is SRH. I think in terms of हम आईपीएल में देखते आ रहे हैं तो हमें देख के ही पता चल रहा था कि ओ ये क्वालिफाई नहीं होगा. इट्स वन ऑफ द वर्स्ट टीम्स. बट आई थिंक एसआरएच इज वन ऑफ द वर्स्ट टीम्स इन द आईपीएल हिस्ट्री विद द काइंड ऑफ टीम दैट दे हैड. मतलब
Even there is something very seriously wrong with their management, man. Like even if you see last year David Warner ka entire saga, that was just distasteful. Even this year, what they were, that situation with Umran Malik ki usko पूछ रहे मार्करम को कि what is
हम्म,
going on. He's like, oh, I don't know, बहुत talented है, but I don't know what's you. It's your fucking job to know, right? Like मतलब तुमने क्या किया? एक इंडिया प्लेयर जो यू आर थिंकिंग कि शायद 50 ओवर वर्ल्ड कप में ये फोड़ेगा, उसका ऐसा हालत कर दिया कि 25 रन खा रहा है हर ओवर में।
हम्म.
तो या समथिंग नास्टी इज
या
गोइंग ऑन।
तू इतना डेप्थ ऑफ टैलेंट है. यू हैव मयंक अग्रवाल, अभिषेक शर्मा, त्रिपाठी, मार्करम, ग्लेन फिलिप्स, क्लासन, हैरी ब्रुक्स, भुवी. They had Sundar at the start of the season, Umran Malik, Natarajan.
I think
मतलब
on paper it was along with Delhi
exactly,
also. We come to Delhi, but it was one of the toughest teams. Like I
exactly.
think if we go back to our pre
Hmm.
IPL video, I think we both must have said that
Yeah,
SRH
yeah.
is a certain one because
We gave
Harry
them
Brook
nine
was
out of
something.
10.
Because Harry Brook was something this guy is like sky level, right? And
Hmm.
we also know Tripathi was doing really well. Markram had a great SAT20, but just didn't come together. I think there is something wrong with the management there.
Behind the scenes, there is something going on
Yeah,
that we don't
captain
know
is
about.
almost clueless. I know Markram is a very good captain actually, but in this case
Hmm.
he's मतलब ऐसे even in the last match he was like, मतलब उसका
Hmm.
मुंह देख के लग रहा था कि he just wanted to leave. He's like बंद
Yeah.
करेंगे
They
फिर
had
आऊंगा।
one leg in their flight already before the last game. But yeah, absolutely. I thought they were one of the worst teams in the history of the IPL with the kind of team that they had.
They were
Uh,
the worst top team because this
yeah,
SRH unit on paper was for sure
for
a
sure, one of the best. Exactly, we all predicted them top four at least. Another team would probably be KKR. What Rinku Singh has done this season. has been nothing short of extraordinary. We saw the potential last season, but this season he just took it to another level with the kind of hitting prowess that he showed us. Because I think twice or thrice they needed 40 in the last 2 or 3 overs, and twice, all three times he got them close, almost single-handedly as well. So what do you make of it?
I think he, बी कॉम्प्लेक्स का गोली आता है, बहुत कड़वा होता है, बट उसका कोटिंग शुगर वाला होता है. तो रिंकू सिंह वाज दैट शुगर कोटिंग इन द केकेआर story here, because KKR was horrible. Like their top two players, like 20 crores of their budget, Sunil Narine, Russell, absolutely, almost Russell, chalo, one match. Sunil Narine looked okay in the last few matches, but overall, if you are averaging 20 with a strike rate of 130, 140, you are not, you know, Shardul Thakur, right? No, Shardul is not here, right? वो कोई और किसी और
Shardul
बंदा
is also in KKR.
है. Yeah, exactly. He's, I think they're one of the 10 crores का transfer था वो, right? So like their entire this thing was messed up.
He scored 110 runs in the season, and in one match against RCB, he has scored 79. So the rest of the season, he scored combined 30, 35 runs. So that's
बट
how.
चांस भी कौन सा दिया ना, बॉलिंग ही इज नॉट बॉलिंग. कॉन्फिडेंस ही नहीं है
Hmm.
कैप्टन को बॉलिंग में उसके.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
they,
think
they
there is a big issue of KKR with the Bengal Cricket Association as well, because I think
pitches.
Nitish Rana and the coaching staff or something apparently came out and said ki this is not the kind of pitch we want, and CAB is like, we are not here to provide the pitches you want.
Yeah.
We'll do our duty and all that nonsense, right? So
Yeah.
we need to get that sorted, because you see home advantage मिल रहा है बाकी सबको, but we are
Exactly.
losing
If
out
you
on
have
that.
a spin attack of Narayan, Varun Chakravarti, then you played that Suyash
Yes.
dude. Then Anupul Roy played in a few matches. So obviously the captain will want some pitches that turn. So I think that was not good to hear also from a fan's perspective, because every team will want home
Also, I
advantage.
think I think one more thing is, सब लोग बोल रहे हैं Nitish Rana has had a good captaincy stint. I don't think so. I think he was awful in whatever captaincy he did, because the way Rinku Singh was batting, I think he was just languishing down the order for a lot of the games. Same with Andrew Russell. He's coming out at number 7 जब एकदम
Game is
dead game.
already dead. Yeah.
So even that, and the way he opened the bowling versus RR, that wasn't the kind of loss they should have had, right? Like Yashasvi Jaiswal scored 26 in that first over. So I think so, but maybe the blame
Inexperience
there,
as
I
well,
think,
to be
inexperience was there,
honest.
and one big issue was the wicket keeper. They didn't have a wicket keeper, right? So they had to play Gurbaz and what that कौन है वो Bangladesh का
Liton
दूसरा.
Das played once.
So yeah, I think the balance was off, experience was off, and
Yeah,
pitches were off.
hopefully Ayer helps with all that next season for them. But yeah, Rinku was the biggest plus for them.
एब्सोल्युटली
Uh,
टॉप. मतलब रिंकू सिंह हैज, आई थिंक लोगों को समझ नहीं आता, बट उसका फर्स्ट क्लास एवरेज भी 60 है. ही इज नॉट
yeah,
लाइक
yeah,
तेवर आके बस मार रहा है. ही इज अ प्रॉपर क्रिकेटर. आई थिंक ही विल मेक
absolutely.
इट.
Delhi Capitals next probably. I think we had high
आई थिंक
expectations from them, but
absolutely. Delhi, even without Rishabh Pant, was looking so heavy, like so powerful. But I think first 5 matches में ही आप अगर हार जा रहे हो, और जिस तरह से हारे हो, उसके बाद the plethora of changes they made, it was just not. I think it was overkill in their management. I think it's way too bloated for my liking. Ganguly, Agarkar, Ponting, James Hopes, मतलब who, and ऊपर से उसके बाद कोई बैटिंग कोच भी है. I don't know who is doing what, and I think it's just over complicating. It's like too many cooks spoil the chicken.
yeah, absolutely. Akshar was a shining light in all of this. I think you had mentioned before the start of the season that he could be their MVP, and he was absolutely brilliant. Don't know why they didn't promote him at the time when they were, Manish Pandey, the Yash Dhuls, the Priyam Gargs, all of them were getting those chances. I think he was a good shout to send him up the order and see what he can do. But a little too late for them as well. And
What do you think of Prithvi Shaw? Like,
see, he has been through a lot in the last few months. He's been in the papers and all of those things. I don't know if it caught up to him or anything, but yeah, the beginning of the season was awful. But there is one thing that if you look at this batting lineup, if the ball is moving just a hint, this batting lineup will struggle. The top three, four were absolutely going to struggle. Shaw, Warner, Mitchell Marsh, and Riley Russo. None of them play. If the ball starts moving a little bit, they are all tentative. So I think that in the so if the ball is swinging a little bit at that time, you push some of the Manish Pande's or the Yash Dhuls on top of the order, and so that
I
thoda lamba karo tabhi batting.
I think they also face the same issue as KKR because all of if you look at that batting lineup, right, they are flat track bullies. They are like they will kill on a flat track. Mumbai जैसा track मिला उनको consistently तो तोड़ ही देंगे.
Yeah.
फिरोज शाह कोटला, yeah, it was turning sometimes. कभी सीम हो रहा है तो
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
ऐसे.
even Warner didn't have the best start to the season. He ended up well, but the start even he was off, and he was their best batter along with Pant. So once Pant was not there, and David Warner was also struggling, so that also then Marsh got injured. So they had too many things going on this season. Uh, so yeah, hopefully next season thing. Salt played only one good match. He smoked RCB, thanks to Dinesh Karthik drop catch. Uh, and after that, he didn't do too much either. So yeah, too inconsistency and then squad selection, injuries didn't help, but there was too much going on there as well. Next, I think RCB,
आरसीबी
Punjab,
छोड़
yeah.
पंजाब पे आप.
Punjab, yeah, Punjab also they started the season so well. Yeah, they had I think 4 out of 7 or something like that, and then they lost the remaining 5 out of the last 7 or something like that. What do you make of that side?
I think Punjab was like the most progressive team of the IPL. They had everything covered. Left arm pace है, मतलब एक्सप्रेस पेस है, बिग हिटर्स है, टॉप एक्सपीरियंस्ड ओपनर्स है, लेग स्पिनर है, क्या नहीं है तुम्हारे पास. एंड दे वर शैम्बॉलिक आई थिंक द टीम दे हैड. एंड आई हैव वन क्वेश्चन, अगले साल क्या शिखर धवन कैप्टन रहेगा?
I don't think he should be because I think some of the games they've just lost because of captaincy and not just anything else. Some of the
रियली?
games, his captaincy was so bad. He's playing Harpreet Brar in the side. He didn't give the ball to him till about the 16th over or something in one of the games. Even against RCB when they were playing, I don't remember if it was there or not, but the he gave the last over to Harpreet Brar in the uh, second last game that went for 26, a 190 total went to 216 after that. So, like throughout the season, some of the decisions that he has taken has baffled me. I don't know what they are going to do, but yeah, I won't
No,
retain him
but अभी
as a captain.
why I am asking this is if you go from 2008 till now, कितने कैप्टन्स, मतलब मुरली विजय, केएल राहुल, कौन, अश्विन, कौन कौन जो मतलब तेरे को याद भी नहीं होगा. बेली, गिलक्रिस्ट, युवराज सिंह, शॉन मार्श, संगकारा, मतलब तू जाते जा प्लेयर्स आते जाएंगे वैसा है. तो
Sankaran भी किया ये सीजन
हाँ एग्जैक्टली exactly. और तो मतलब दैट माय पॉइंट इज अभी तू सक्सेसफुल फ्रेंचाइजीज देख ले, मुंबई, सीएसके, यू नो, इवन
आरसीबी
रहने दे, अभी उस साइड मत जा. बट तो दीज लाइक
या
इवन यू कैन से गुजरात आल्सो टिल एन एक्सटेंट दे डोंट चेंज, राइट? लाइक दिस एंटायर सेटअप आई डोंट इवन रिमेम्बर कि जब शुरू हुआ था आईपीएल और अब मैं मतलब देयर इज, चलो शुरू क्या, पिछले 5-6 साल में भी क्या कनेक्शन है कि टीम में क्या कांस्टेंट है प्रीति जिंटा के अलावा? मेरे को तो लगता है उसको ही टीम छोड़ देनी चाहिए.
नहीं
लाइक
भाई रन दे
नहीं मतलब फिर मेरे को लगता है कि इट इज अ ओनर ड्रिवन टीम फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल.
हाँ
देयर इज टू
नहीं
मच.
नहीं मेरे
इवन
हिसाब
तेरे
से
को याद है वो संजय वांगर के टाइम पे उस पे चिल्ला विल्ला दिया था एंड ऑल दैट. इट आई डोंट नो, एटलीस्ट रूमर्स तो थे. सो इट सीम्स लाइक दैट.
हाँ आई थिंक टीम अच्छा था बट देयर बिग बाइज जस्ट फॉल्टर्ड टुवर्ड्स द एंड लिविंगस्टन स्टार्ट ऑफ द सीजन खेला नहीं
अभी
सैम करन
तुमको
सेकंड हाफ गंदा खेला
क्वालिफाई,
अर्शदीप सिंह
टॉप फोर
गंदा
में
खेला
क्वालिफाई हुए आई थिंक 7-8 साल हो गए अगर.
हाँ
तो देर इज समथिंग ट्रिमेंडसली रॉन्ग
हाँ
एंड इट्स नॉट लाइक दे आर नॉट चेंजिंग. ऐसा नहीं कि तुमने 3 कंटिन्यूस सीजन ये पर्टिकुलर प्लेयर्स को दिया और वो नहीं कर रहे हैं, तुम हर साल चेंज कर रहे हो बेसिकली.
but I think
एंड
even here shout out to Jitesh Sharma what did you make of him
वो या इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ गुड स्टफ फ्रॉम देयर. जितेश शर्मा वाज देयर, शाहरुख खान वाज आल्सो impressive to me, you know, able to hit.
Simran Singh also opened well with
He was good, he scored 100, right? 100 he scored. Yeah, even Rahul Chahar was quite okay. I think their bowlers let them down. Like Sam Curran was going at tens, Rabada was going at tens, Arshdeep was going at nines. So, but I think yeah, bowling kind of let them down. But overall, I think to not qualify in like 7, 8, what I don't even remember years is it's unforgivable for a team of that class. Yeah, there is something wrong.
Yeah, the injuries didn't help them either. Bairstow was not there. Rajapaksa had to leave
Every
after
team
that.
has had one injury or two
Yeah,
injuries.
absolutely. I'm not
So I
defending
think
them,
it's level
but
playing field after a while.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Next, we come to RCB. I think the positives were only four players if you look at it objectively. Uh, please review RCB for us.
तू भाई मैं क्या रिव्यू करें यार चालू कर।
No, I think it's obvious. The issues are obvious and the solutions are not so obvious because usually people say, oh, but RCB doesn't give chances to players and stuff. The ones who are given chances, they were given 14 games. I don't know one player who performed in 3 out of 14, let alone like 8 or 9 out of 14 that we need to qualify. Faf was outstanding. To score 700 at an average of 50 and strike rate of 150 is absolutely ridiculous. And to think that he hasn't even qualified, that tells you what the others have done. Same with Virat and Faf as well. You couldn't ask more from them. Virat, he had 400 odd before the last two games, and he scored. Both were literal knockouts for us as well. One was against the best bowling side of the tournament, and he gave us the runs that were needed. Maxwell scored 400 runs at a strike rate of 175. That's what you want from your impact player, so to speak. You know, he's not someone who will come in and just start defending. He just kept going, and that's what you want from him. Siraj as well. Siraj was absolutely outstanding in the power play. In the death overs as well, he had a few issues here and there, but uh, he he was literally the only wicket taker in this side. So, so of course, apart from these four, I don't see any positives to be honest. Harshal Patel, we have paid 11 crores to him. I don't remember a game when he was good. Maybe one, maybe two out of 14, and that's awful for someone. For your experienced bowler, Dinesh Karthik again. I say nothing without my lawyer about him. He was like not good at all. Who else? Did I miss someone? Lomrod played 1 out of 14. Anuj Rawat played 1 out of 14. Uh, who else? Yeah, they were all garbage. So like 4 out of 11 are you're not going to qualify. You're not going to win championships with that. The only positive from an Indian perspective, Virat was outstanding. So that is very good positive for us, as well as Siraj, because in 10 days' time, we need both of them fit and firing at all cylinders. So, yeah, what did you make of it?
Yeah, I think your points are all spot on. I think, to be very honest, I think they lost it in the auction itself. They didn't have the team. Even if your players perform to potential, their potential wasn't visibly there. Like ऐसा नहीं था कि SRA चाहिए और players खेल नहीं रहे तुम्हारे खेल रहे मतलब while watching महिपाल लोमरोर play, did you feel like he is a मतलब वो लेवल पे खेलने लायक प्लेयर है? I know it's very shrewd or whatever, but like I mean, who cares, right?
No, like मैं 15 साल के बाद मैं एक्सपेक्टेशन छोड़ देता हूँ कुछ आ जाता है तो इट्स अ बोनस ऐसा हो जाता है फिर वो
Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't, I feel like they are messing up in the auction. I don't know because Indian batting has let them down.
आई
Other
थिंक
than Virat
Patidar
Kohli,
Patidar was a big
come on,
miss this
every
year.
team has had one or two
No,
missing
no.
players.
Why I'm saying Patidar is an exceptional player of spin bowling. If you look at
मेरे
Faf
को
and
लगता है वो
Virat,
होता ना वो फर्स्ट सीजन में एक सीजन अच्छा खेल लिया फिर सेकंड सीजन मेनी प्लेयर्स टेंड टू एनीवेज उनका डाउनफॉल आता ही है ठीक है मे बी ही वुड हैव स्कोर्ड
possible.
600
No,
बट
not
माय पॉइंट इज ही
600.
इज नॉट एबी डिविलियर्स राइट कि बहुत बड़ा गैप हो गया वो नहीं है तो इट्स फाइन आई मीन एक प्लेयर पे और आई थिंक वन मोर थिंग दैट हर्ट देम स्पेसिफिकली मोस्ट द इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर रूल बिकॉज व्हेन टीम्स आर लैकिंग इन लाइक इंजीनियस टैलेंट राइट मतलब इंडिजिनियस टैलेंट ही नहीं है तुम्हारे पास तो उसमें 12वां प्लेयर आके जब कर रहा है, तुम्हारा इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर दिनेश कार्तिक था। तो दैट जस्ट डिडंट एड अप। सामने वाले पता नहीं कौन कौन भेज के दे आर स्कोरिंग 20 एक्स्ट्रा रन्स, यू आर एक्चुअली स्कोरिंग 20 लेस रन्स बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, in some sense.
Hmm.
So I think that hurt as well. Also,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that absolutely. If you
the
see,
first few matches, even Virat Kohli was a little circumspect. I think for the very same reason, he was like, मेरा बैटिंग ही नहीं है अगर 4-5 के बाद, तो they ha- he was only going for it till he had Faf with him in the initial phases of the game,
hmm.
right? Faf out was a slow down, so all of that also kind of hurt them, I would say. Uh, but yeah, I think with
Yeah,
that team, wouldn't
I
have
can't really blame like Faf, Virat, Maxwell, and Siraj
exactly.
because
You
they,
see, as a top three, they couldn't have given you more in any, like even in your dream tournament, they have given you what, 2,000 runs
yeah,
almost, right?
exactly. If
700,
I
600,
if you could
400,
write it down at the start of the
70
season,
and
what do you
1,800
want
runs.
from
Yeah.
your batters? That was exactly what you would want from all three of them, and they delivered exactly that. So
If
I
you
have
see,
no
there
problems
was
with them.
margins, right? Karthik could have finished a couple of games,
Yeah,
definitely. He
Chennai
missed one game with the
36 of
22
20
वाला, वो 22 वाला भी
buys. He dropped
तुम्हारा
Salt
नहीं था।
when Salt was on 17. He went on to score 89 against Delhi.
Yeah.
Maybe one
So I
game here
think
and there,
they
and
need
we are
to
qualifying.
purge a few players. Karthik, Harshal Patel, all of this, they've tried over the years. It hasn't worked. Harshal Patel on what world? He's not never going to succeed in Chinnaswamy, right? There is no chance.
And he doesn't learn. So that's what I think we were discussing before the video as well. That uh, if you get hit to your fields, then you can say, okay, you know what, I executed. The batsman did well, fair play. If you see the balls that Harshal Patel bowls 9 out of 10 times, David Miller's first ball, the field is set for an offside Yorker. He bowls it short or
Yeah, just
midriff down the leg side when there's no fine leg. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. The number of no
I
balls
think they
that he
have had a
bowled.
lot of such players. If you look, Siraj ऐसा ही था पहले, नवदीप सैनी ऐसा ही करता था, उमेश यादव ऐसा ही करता था। I don't know क्या हो जाता है इनको, मतलब you are right.
He
I felt the
just,
same frustration. I was watching that match. I was like, कैसे, मतलब
yeah,
क्या सिचुएशन है, क्या
this,
बॉल डाला है तूने और क्या पेस पे डाला है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल।
yeah, they need another wicket taker. Hasaranga was injured. He
या
wasn't
मे बी
available the
हेजलवुड
first
होता
few
तो आई थिंक
matches.
पाटीदार से ज्यादा आई थिंक दे मिस्ड हेजलवुड सर्विसेज, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट।
Maybe. Yeah, so the issues are obvious. What they do of it, we'll see. We'll do a Virat section soon for the WTC final. So because I didn't get to talk too much here. Coming to the top four, I think Mumbai is a big surprise. What did you make of them?
आई डोंट थिंक दे आर सरप्राइज मैन, दे प्लेड ब्रिलियंटली, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट इट फॉर फ्रॉम
I completely disagree. I think the batting they chased
बैटिंग वाइज,
200
दे वर सो
five
लाइक,
times out of
आई नो।
eight wins. That's not a good team. The bowling is awful, but Surya Kumar Yadav has carried them, literally carried them. He has been absolutely outstanding. The kind
See,
of
but
shots,
I
the
would
range of.
applaud in some sense their strategy also, ठीक है, they know their bowling light, they are like, तुम मार हो जाओ, कितना मार
Hmm.
सकते हो हम देखते हैं,
Yeah, yeah.
and then chase it. So I
Hmm.
like in the sense कि ठीक है तुम्हारे पास है ये कार्ड्स, तुम वो कार्ड्स खेलोगे। अभी
Hmm.
नहीं है बुमराह, नहीं है जॉर्डन, क्या
And even so I say that their bowling has been bad, but there have been some real standout bowlers as well. Akash Madwal has done really well at the back end of the series. Piyush Chawla picked up 20 odd wickets throughout the season. He has been brilliant for them. Jason Behrendorff with the new ball has done decent as well. Uh, Green probably didn't live up as much as we expected, but even in the last game he got 100. Uh, Probably their biggest letdown was Rohit Sharma, the batter, because they
yeah,
played
who
on
knows,
what?
he might come to the party on Wednesday.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think you're right. But still, like entire team, it fell into place, right? Like initially लग रहा था कि ये bowling के साथ कर ही नहीं सकते, but they came with that their template, right? कि हम
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will chase.
Their tactics of chasing almost always and then trying to outbat oppositions when they bat first. I thought from that point of view, they deserve credit for reaching the top four, considering the shortcomings that they already have. So yeah, it's going to be interesting battle with LSG. What do you want to talk about in LSG? Okay, fine. Sorry. Next question. CSK. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
LSG. क्या बोलता है?
So LSG, right? I think they did a, like I say this grudgingly, but अच्छा किया, मतलब with losing KL Rahul in the middle of the season and still being able to qualify. I mean they to be fair, they had the team for it as well. ऐसा नहीं है कि कृणाल
Hmm.
पांड्या was outstanding decisions लेके उसने कर दिया, but whatever said and done, they are there where they are, and I mean they are still pretty formidable on a spinning wicket.
Yeah, they
Good
have
with
good
Ravi
good
and
bowling options as well. Yeah, Stoinis and Puran has been standout for them according to me because Puran has just killed the game from ball one in three out of three matches out of the seven or eight that they have won. And then Stoinis has killed matches in two games, literally out of nowhere. So those two have been absolutely massive for them. Kyle Mayers in the beginning half of the season was absolutely outstanding for them again. So yeah, I think these three have been absolutely massive for them and have done the job as well. Navino Luck has been brilliant for them off the pitch. So yeah,
Instagram पे बहुत मिलते हैं भाई वो.
yes, he has been brilliant on Instagram to be fair. Then coming to Chennai, I thought they have been brilliant as well. If you look at, they didn't need Stokes, they didn't need Moeen Ali. Uh, I don't know, might have missed someone
Stokes,
else.
Stokes for 15 crores, he scored 15 runs and took one wicket, or I think bowled
Yeah,
one over, something
huh.
like that. So I think Chennai did the Chennai thing, right? Like randomly some players just खड़े होके कि I will win today.
Shivam
कभी
Dube,
कौन है, कभी दुबे है, कभी
Rahane,
रायफल, कभी रहाने scored
Conway.
125 runs, twice 50s.
Yeah.
So I mean he's the next, for me he's the captain after Dhoni. But anyways, we'll see about that. Um,
Yeah, and in bowling attack as well, Pathirana stood up. Deepak Chahar came back and he has been picking up wicket after wicket in the power play. Jadeja with the ball has been outstanding. So yeah, they have lot of positives, but they come
I
up
think they
against the best
it
team in
was
the
a very
tournament.
structured mindset, structured attack. ऐसा no complexity, not too much changing here and there. Just they know the opposition knows what is coming, but still they are like executing really well, right? So like I think Dubey played a very important role in on those CSK pitches when spin tries to
Yeah,
जकड़ने का, he was able to
before
just
Sky
whack it
went
out.
on this ridiculous run, Dube and Sky had the same number of runs in the same strike rate in the last season and this the first half of this season. The second half, obviously, Sky just ripped everyone apart after that. But till then, that's how good Dube had been. So yeah, Dube has been a very big plus for them as well. And let's see what they do against the best side of the tournament. Coming to the best side of the tournament, Gujarat Titans again 20 points in the league stage. What did you make of them? And I think Hardik didn't do anything in this group
Yeah,
stage, if
I
I'm
think
not
all
wrong.
said and done, they were the strongest team. I saw an interview where Hardik Pandya was saying कि Mumbai and Chennai का template है जहाँ Chennai makes players and Mumbai has good
I
players.
thought the
That was pure rubbish because तुम्हारे पास best players है. You have flat, मतलब अगर बैटिंग विकेट है तो गिल फोड़ेगा, अगर बॉलिंग विकेट है तो राशिद फोड़ेगा, अगर दोनों दोनों है तो दोनों फोड़ेंगे. तो
Yeah, I think some of the standouts have been Gill, Rashid, Shami. I mean,
I
Shami
mean, even
has been,
even like their middle order, right? It's so deep and powerful. Like even Vijay Shankar जैसा player भी
yeah,
is
I
pretty
think
good.
the SRH game was the first time I saw uh, Shami, Mohit Sharma and all pad up, uh, just pad up, not even come out to bat.
Exactly. Like
So
even
in two
look at the Mumbai
seasons,
game. They should have lost by 80 runs, but Rashid Khan came
yeah,
and just
so,
smashed.
yeah, exactly. So
So
they have found different
just like
heroes at different
they
times.
have, honestly, Hardik is a good captain or not. I don't think IPL should be a platform to decide because he's leading the best team out there. Period. मतलब प्लेयर्स बेस्ट है, तुम उसकी जगह स्केर को खड़ा कर लो तब भी मेरे को नहीं लगता है ज्यादा डिफरेंस होगा. दे आर ऑल वर्ल्ड क्लास चैंपियंस एंड मोस्ट लाइकली एक या दो भी चल गए उनमें से तो गेम जिता देंगे वो, वैसा है. तो I think
Yeah,
the game they lost was because of Hardik, I would say. Hardik, the
yeah,
batsman,
one of
with
them was
60 or
yeah, yeah,
55 balls.
yeah. He hasn't stepped up so far, but we know his big game caliber. Hope maybe in the next two or three games he steps up for them and wins them the tournament. Let's do our predictions. Who do you think makes the finals?
On paper, I think Gujarat is the strongest. So one finalist will definitely be Gujarat. And I think the way, I mean, I would love for CSK to win, but the way Mumbai is playing, it's hard to see it past them. So my final will be
The
Gujarat.
pitches could be tricky in Chennai considering LSG's bowling and
But I think
this.
these people have like अलग ही क्लास है इनका, is what I believe.
Yeah, I think the same too. I think Gujarat goes through in the first leg. I think the second will be between Chennai and Mumbai. I hope LSG don't win.
या
Uh,
मेरे को नहीं देखना है
uh,
कृणाल पांड्या को वो करते
yes.
हुए, so
So hopefully, yeah, we'll we'll get back here after the IPL to discuss WTC final as well. But till then,